right, without further ado, so we'll kick off here. So obviously, Jacques, in these difficult times, many organizations have adopted different strategies to remain afloat and keep the lights on, so to speak, and maintain business continuity. There have been significant advances in the IT industry in terms of technology and solution offering and support for end users. So today, obviously, my role now is to delve a little bit deeper into the UAE market with our guest here, Jacques Najjar from MDS UAE. So good morning, Jacques.
Good morning, Mark. Thank you very much for having me on board today. And good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to our listeners, wherever they are.
Well, before we kickstart the interview, Jacques, I think it might be a good idea just maybe if you want to introduce yourself to our viewers and just give them a little bit of background as to your roles and responsibility at MDS.
Yeah, sure. My name is Jacques Najjar, and I am the General Manager of MDS Computers Technical Systems. We are an HPE channel partner operating in the UAE for more than 30 years. Our company is also a part of a larger MDS group, which is a worldwide company having more than 170 affiliates worldwide. We're all specialized in different lines of business in the IT sector.
Brilliant, Jacques. That's great. So we'll kick off the interview now, Jacques. So we'll get straight into it. So obviously, I think during COVID-19, the importance of both managing and optimizing your costs has been exacerbated by the ongoing pandemic. And there was a recent report compiled by Forrester which indicated that enterprises on average over-provision by 59% on compute and 48% in storage. So I want to ask you, what are the unique capabilities of HPE Greenlake that enables businesses to maximize their efficiency and obviously, which is the most important thing, reduce their overall costs?
Yeah, so, there's no doubt about it at all. I mean, the current pandemic, which has been caused by the spread of the novel coronavirus, has hit our customers' finances very badly, okay? And this has significantly affected their cash flow. This will have a very negative effect on their IT budgets for years to come. Very simply, our customers will not be having the same budget which they enjoyed in 2019, 18, or 2017. But their business has to go on. I mean, they're not closing down. They're going to continue doing business. And more important nowadays, they have to be more competitive because they have to grow, first of all. And secondly, they have to improve their profit margin. And the business, when the business goes down, competition goes up. So Greenlake, we believe, is the right answer for this customer pain point. Very simply, Greenlake, is a service type solution that will enable them move away from CapEx spending, okay, and move into the OpEx spending. And using the metering capability of Greenlake, they will be able to use only, or we can meter how much exactly they use from the services, okay? So it could be how much gigabyte of storage they use or how much virtual machines they use. And they will be able to acquire, for sure, they will be not acquiring more capacity than they need. And they will grow instantly because we will have capacity on demand available on site. So they can grow immediately if the business requires, or they will shrink their capacity should they need to reduce their resources, okay, instantly. So by reducing the capacity instantly, they will immediately reduce the OpEx cost on monthly or quarterly basis. On top of that, Greenlake will also simplify IT and free up resources of the company so that the IT department will focus more on business outcome rather than supporting the infrastructure.
Brilliant. That's a great answer, Jacques. And I think you sort of articulated the unique capabilities of HPE Greenlake very well there. And I suppose for me listening to it, I think what strikes out is you're giving customers that autonomy and flexibility. And you're really empowering the HPE Greenlake solution, really empowers them. And I think this IT consumption model just makes a lot of sense. And obviously, as you say, it's just a much more efficient way for people to manage their cloud operations. So obviously, just to move on slightly from that, I think you've highlighted the key benefits of HPE Greenlake in addition to its ability to allow businesses to avoid over-provisioning and reducing costs. But what other key benefits in addition to those are there for businesses using HPE Greenlake?
Yeah, so apart from the financial benefit, which I highlighted in my first answer, there are several other benefits. I mean, we believe the most important benefit is the agility. Okay, so the agility, we mean that companies which adopt Greenlake, they will shorten the time to market for deploying global IT projects by more than 60%. This will have a major effect on the profitability of the company by being more competitive in the market. Besides, as soon as Greenlake has been adopted, customers will be able to address business requirements in no time, thanks to the capacity on demand enabled by the additional resources that will be on site at any point of time. Additionally, Greenlake improves business productivity due to fewer system outages and faster application performance. Our customers also will have the access to the latest technology, and they will improve the security by utilizing the HPE expertise to proactively manage and support on-premises servers, storage, and networking.
Brilliant. It's a great answer, and I think it complements it very well in terms of the first benefits that you outlined. And I think security has really re-emphasized the importance of security this whole COVID-19 pandemic. And if you have a solution like HPE, which gives you flexibility and autonomy, but also reassures you that you're very secure, I think that's another important facet that you've articulated very well. So just to move on now, I just want to ask you a little bit about your actual partnership and your collaboration with HPE. How does MDS leverage your industry know-how and expertise to help them roll out Greenlake solutions to customers across the UAE? Can you maybe explain the sort of nuances in the relationship between you two?
We've been in the market for more than 30 years. We are the biggest HPE Platinum partner in the country. We have had this partnership for many decades and been at the forefront of implementing technology for key customers like government, large enterprises, financial sector, and small businesses. At the MDS level, or at the MDS level, which is our parent company, we represent HPE in all major cities across the Middle East, North Africa, and Eastern Europe. MDS has experience of more than 40 years in all fields of data centers, co-location, hardware, software, cybersecurity, cloud services, and most recently, artificial intelligence and IoT, and all the associated services with these technologies. We believe we are the ideal partner to align with the HPE strategy to have everything as a service by 2021 under the consumption model of Greenlake. To top all that, MDS has the financial strength, being a $5 billion company capable of handling any size of business requirements for our customers. Yeah,
that's another great answer, Jacques. And I suppose what you touched on briefly at the beginning of your last answer was MDS has such a fantastic, robust reputation in the industry for over 30 years. You've had a lot of success. So, you've established yourself as one of the leading system integrators in the Middle East, but it's a very, very competitive environment. It's a tough market. So how have you managed to sustain your success, and what ultimately differentiates MDS from your market competitors?
Well, it's very easy actually. What differentiates MDS in the market is the adoption of a business model focused on the major partnerships which we have maintained for many years. Each company in the group focus on one vendor only. That is why we have a group of companies rather than all partnerships under one management. This has strengthened the trust of our vendors in MDS and enabled our staff to adopt the challenge aligned with HPE's priorities to address the customer evolving business requirements. This has been visible over the years, being always the first partner to implement the new HPE solution to our customers. Through collaboration with our affiliates, the exchange of knowledge and best practices backed by the group's mission and vision, we're able to stand out not only in the UAE, but in the global arena of IT solutions. This is one of the reasons why IDC has ranked us as the #1 IT service provider in the UAE for the past 14 years.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to conclude what differentiates you when you have a stat like the IDC ranking you #1 for the last 14 years. And I think what you said as well about trust. I mean, trust is something that can be easily lost, but it's very hard to earn. But obviously, with your longevity in the market, you have that trust with the vendors, and that's what ultimately keeps you guys at the top. And I think you've conveyed that very well in that answer. So thanks a million for that, Jack. So look, it's been a great interview. I'm just moving on now to the last question. So obviously, a lot of the viewers that are going to be watching this, many of whom are going to be C-level executives in IT roles across a lot of different industries and different markets. What's the key message that you'd like to convey and deliver to them now during these, really unprecedented and difficult times, regarding the importance of the solution we talked about earlier, which was HPE Greenlake?
Yeah, Mark, I believe we're been really lucky to be living and working in the UAE. The UAE has always been a different economy. Even during the crisis, the leadership of this country has always put development and growth above everything else. We can see now with all the measures the government has put in place during the coronavirus, we've been able to sustain this outbreak and flatten the curve. This kind of mentality and leadership is why technology adoption keeps evolving in the UAE, which is why continuous innovation and implementation of technology will set us apart at the global stage. To achieve this during the difficult times, my one key message would be, if we must adapt ourselves to the pandemic, let us also adapt the way we integrate technology. It is possible to invest and save costs at the same time. With the presence of HPE Greenlake and MDS, we will support every fabric of the UAE economy. Together, we continue our journey and keep the UAE a leading country on this planet.